G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Boring Your Heart Out. And look, I promised you my small dragon mold and here it is. Look, so it's pretty much the same as the big one. Oh, let me grab one for you. Oh, it's in a bag. There it is. Look at that. I can't really fit it in the screen properly. So that's the giant dragon. And then this one's the same. It's just a little one. So I know so many people have been asking me to please make a small dragon. So here it is, and I'm going to pour in it for the first time today. So what I thought I would do, because I want to see how the mold turns out, I'm not going to go too intricate. I want to use sort of pale pinks and then back it with a white. So we'll see how that goes. I have this huge box of Let's Resin mica powder, 60 of them. I like to flip them all upside down so I can see the colour. Otherwise, I'm just looking at white lids. That way I can choose a bit more easily. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to use sort of this pinky gold. I'm going to mix them together. I'm going to do the feet, tip of the tail, and these wing parts. I'm going to try and get in there. Maybe do some spine in this sort of pinky gold. And then I'm just going to come back and dust it with pink interference. So just a very sort of pale pink. Hopefully that'll look pretty. And then white backing. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got two different size little brushes here. There's quite a few pinks. So we'll see how this one goes first. A little bit of that, a little bit of this, and a little bit of that. Da, 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 da. Who likes a chicken dance? Whenever I say a little bit of this, I always think of it. I do. What can I stir it with? I could probably just use this, couldn't I? I don't need very much. I don't want to waste it, but I just thought a little bit of gold with that pink might look nice. A little bit more, probably equal parts, I would say, gold and pink. There we go. Pop them back in. Where did that one go? Okay, there we go. Right, let's stir that up. So pretty simple, just to have a look and see what the mold's going to look like. I think that'll do. So half pink, half gold. Let me move this huge box out of the way. Alrighty. Oh my gosh, where am I going to start? So I've got this little tiny paintbrush which I've trimmed down, and then I've got a bigger one, and I'll use this for the feet, but this one's going to be for those little intricate areas like in here. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see. Ah, yes. I don't want to put too much on at once, like on my brush, because I don't want it flying everywhere. I only want it to be in, in a specific area, like so. Oh, yes, very pretty. If the little bits of powder do go where you don't want them to, just grab a baby wipe and wipe them off. It's quite therapeutic, really, especially if you, well, not doing a video, but you can have some music on or a podcast or something on in the background. I'll do this end one here as well. You can, if you want to, pick it up like this and do it a little bit closer to your body. You can do that as well. It's probably easier. I just had it down on my bench just so that you could, I don't know, because I was doing the video and I normally have things down on the bench. But this is probably faster, and I can turn it around and I can see what I'm doing. All right, so that's one done. So I'm going to do the same on there. On that one, I am going to just go down her back, because this is a girl, little girl dragon. I'm going to go all the way down her back, like so, getting those spines there. I'll go as far as I can, sort of around the tail, but it kind of, those scales kind of blend down into just a tail, so I probably can't really go any further than that. And I can come up here, join these two together, and oh yep, I'm going to go right up into the top of the head as well. Look at that. If you wanted to, you could do the horns. I'm just going to put my little brush into these little sort of spiky holes here. Up to you, sort of how much you want to do. Give it a blow. And there's like these. There's ears and there's also horns. I don't know if you can see. That's the horn there that goes up behind the ear, and then I'm calling it an ear, okay? I don't know. I don't think I will do anymore. Oh, maybe, look, I'm just gonna see this little hole here. That's the tip of the horn. We'll just do that. And then the other one as well. In there. You can see where my brush is. Now when you're pouring your resin in, you need to make sure that the resin is going into these little tips here, so you don't get air bubbles. But it's pretty easy just to squeeze like so. It's not difficult to do, just, you know, give that a bit of a squeeze. Make sure that you're getting the resin in there. All right, and then with the bigger brush, I'm going to do these shoulder blades. I'm just going to do a little bit, and then I'm going to put you on pause, and I'm going to put my music on, and I'm going to finish it. And then I'll come back to you when I'm ready to do the other dusting. So yeah, just a pale, pretty pink little dragon for my first of many dragons that I'm going to do. Like that. And then, oh, have I got enough of this powder? And then I'm also going to do the feet. I don't think I'm going to go up the sides. I'm just going to, oh, no, I don't think so. It'll just go where it wants to go. I'm just going to do the little feet here, little footsies. Like that. I'll do that on all four. And then I'm just going to do this little point on the end of the tail here. Give it a blow. All right, so that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the exact same on this side. And then I'll catch up to you when I'm ready to do the next colour. All right, that's done. Didn't take me very long. I probably did put a little bit more gold in there than I wanted. It's more like a peachy colour, but it's still going to be really pretty. And I made sure I went up and got those little claws. I think I ended up doing the horns as well. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like when it's done, if I actually got them or not. All right, so next is I'm going to use Let's Resin's Interference Pink. Now you can buy, I'll leave the links. You can buy the mica powder pack, the interferences. I was going to do just gold, but then I thought, oh, add a little bit of pink. And also the white resin that I'll be using shortly from Let's Resin. Their US Amazon store, their UK Amazon store, and their regular website. All those links will be listed for you down in the description. And coupon code. All right, let's just do this. Now, because I already have that sort of rose gold touching parts of the mold, I can just go over this really quickly. I don't have to worry about, you know, not getting it on the rose gold, because the rose gold touched the mold first, and that's the color that's going to show. So we can just quickly go over everything here. Oh, look at it. It's so pretty. Can you see it shimmering? Hopefully you can. Oh, this is so exciting. So I thought, because I'm just using nice sort of pale pinks, I'm going to go with the white background. But if you're doing maybe, you know, the chameleon powders, and you want it to be quite a stark color difference, I'd go with the black background. Now feel free to open it up and get that powder in there. I'm using a bigger brush, nice soft bristled brush. Get everything in there. It's a bit hard to see because it doesn't really have much color, this mica powder, so on a white mold, but I'm hoping I'm getting in there. Whoops. That's an eye there. You could, if you wanted to, stick, you know, your glass eyes in, but I think for this one, well, give it a blow. This one, I'm just going to, now you can come back in with your black marker maybe, or maybe a gold, oh, maybe a gold marker would be nice. And, you know, you can go over the eyes or the horns or whatever you want to with your gold marker or your black marker, whatever color you decide to use. I should have this on my other side and I'm not crossing over constantly. Make sure you're getting up the sides there, edges. I'll do this other leg before I move onto the tail, around there, the edge there. And then the tail, and again, make sure you're getting up the sides. If you don't, it's not going to matter, you know, you're just going to see the white resin that you pour in afterwards. It's not, you know, it's not going to be a major thing if you don't get all the way up the sides, but I think it'll look pretty. So this dragon mold is in my, it's currently in my Australian eBay store, along with my new chameleon mold. They all will be available in my Amazon store US. I'm just waiting for the stock to arrive. It's taking forever. And of course, I had to pay tariffs to get it sent over to my Amazon store. Well, it's actually a warehouse. Amazon, I guess, is running out of room, and there was no room for me to put any more of my molds, so I have to send them to this third party. More costs. And then when my molds get a bit low in Amazon, then they ship them over from the warehouse, and that's how it works. All right, so that's it. I am going to mix up my resin. Now, how much will I mix? How much will I mix? Oh gosh. It's been a while since I've done a dragon. I can't really remember how much I used. I ended up doing 150 grams of A, which is the white one, and 140 grams of the clear. And then all you do is mix the two together. It's so easy. Look at that. So I'm going to set my timer. I'm going to mix this for 4 minutes, and then we'll pour it. So I've got 300 grams here, ish. And if I've got, I don't know what I'll do if I've got leftovers. I probably will have leftovers, but I can't remember how much I used. Besides this, I think this one's a bit deeper than my last one. So those of you that have seen my other dragon that was made out of that really thick, heavy white silicone that I generally use, but with the sort of bigger, deeper molds, it takes so much silicone and it's very heavy, so it costs a lot. And then the shipping, because it's so heavy, I think it was 650 grams. It had to go in a 1 kilo bag for shipping, which is expensive. So this little guy he'll only go in, actually I'm just going to weigh him. This one weighs 160 grams, so I can put that in a 250 gram bag, because when I'm shipping, I'll just talk to you while I'm stirring, when I'm shipping to internationally, you know, the States, Canada, UK, etc., I've got to choose a bag weight. So they're either 250 grams, 500 grams, or then it jumps to 1 kilo. And there's a big difference in the price. So try to keep this one as low as possible so it can go in the smaller bag, so it won't cost you as much. All right, I'll be back in another 2 minutes once I finish stirring. All done, my 4 minutes is up. Right, now I am going to just pour it in, and I'm going to try and, I'm not going to let the stick touch the mold because I don't want to pull that powder off. I'm going to let it sort of run onto the stick and drip down, just so there's not so much pressure on the actual white. And I'm only just going to put it in the center. Now, what I'm going to do, have you guys seen these little things with the fluffy tips? I'm going to use that before I put too much in, although now I can't see where the horn is. Okay, I'm just going to have to feel around in there. Okay, there it is. Did you see that bubble come out? So I'm going to push that in there. There's another bubble. Can't really see where the ear were. No, can't see. I can't see! And I'm trying not to sort of dislodge all the powder either that I've put on there. So anyway, what I'm going to do, like I said to you before, I'm going to just give this a squeeze on that side, and then I'm going to give it a squeeze on this side, and hopefully that's got any bubbles out that may be there. And then just going to fill her up. If you wanted to, you could give a little squeeze on the nose there. Probably what I should have done is just put a little bit in the head, and then when I could see where the horns were, poke that in rather than filling it up. It's not a problem if you use clear resin, but yeah, I couldn't see. So we learn all these little things along the way, don't we? So if you're doing it, just put a little bit of resin in the head first, and make sure that you've allowed that resin to go into the horns. A little bit more. Probably maybe need 250 grams. Yeah, I'm not going to need all of it, that's for sure. Once it's unmolded, I'll weigh it, and then I'll write in my listing. I keep forgetting to do that on my new molds. Write on the listing how much they take. Just make things a little bit easier for everybody. What have I got left there? I'm just going to weigh what I've got left. And I know we've got the cup in there, so maybe we'll just take off 20 grams for a cup. Oh wow, there's 100 grams left. Okay. So I guess about 200 grams it needs instead of 300 grams. All right, I'm going to give it a light spritz. I'm not going to, don't torch, all right, because there's so much silicone around. If you torch, you're going to, like, you could melt the silicone, and then your resin will fuse to your mold and you'll ruin the mold. So don't torch. You can give it a spritz with some isopropyl, but look, it's the back. I'm not fussed if there's a couple of little bubbles here and there on the back. Not sure what I'm going to do with all this white now. Puffy heart time, I guess. Puffy heart time. I might make some puffy hearts out of it. I don't know what else I would do with it. All right. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to cure because it's not the fast cure resin. I didn't want to use that because it's quite deep. Probably about 2 inches. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not 2 inches. Inch and a half deep. And I didn't want to use the fast cure on that because it can flash cure if you pour it too deep. So I'll just, I'll come back, probably take 8 hours, and then we'll unmold. I'm so excited to see what she's going to look like. It's ready, you guys. It's ready. All right, let's do this. Where will we start? I tend to usually start at the back and then leave the head for last. So we'll do that as well. Now this is the first time I'm unmolding this, so we'll see how easy it is. That was easy so far. And like any mold that's got little fingers or toes, just be careful that you don't snap a toe off. But they're a decent size, like they're not too skinny. Right, that came out well. Now the tail. And I'm just going to pull from here. You've got these little pieces on the back as well that you can hold on to pull, but I'm just doing it this way. And I'm going to get my finger in here and just ease that around that little foot there because I don't want to break a foot. Same with this one. Oh, it's coming out so easily. Pop! Look at that. All right. Moving on to the little tip of the tail. Yep, that was easy. I think I'll go in here. Under here. Because the tail's quite thin, you can actually, well, maybe not today, but probably, so I let it cure overnight. It was getting a bit late and I was losing my light. If you unmolded it when the tail was a little bit soft, you could kind of bend it. If you wanted like over the top or, you know, more of a curl, you could bend it. Now, let's get this little, actually I might leave that foot. I'll get the head out. Loosen that. Oh, there we go. It's out. That was easy. Okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, look how clean my mold is. Wow. I don't even have to clean it. Excellent. All right. Are we ready? I can see a lot of white on the side, which is fine. That's what I wanted. Okay. I'm going to turn this way. Are we ready? Here it goes. Oh, wow. No way. Oh, that looks so good. Wow. Like I said, I could have left that. I probably put that extra little bit of gold in that I shouldn't have. So she's more of a peachy colour now. Oh, it looks so pretty. I did lose, I think I lost the very, very tip of the horn there. Was that one? On that side. Yeah, that was that one that I couldn't see to poke into because the white had already gone and I'm thinking, oh, where am I poking? I couldn't see where the hole was. But it's tiny. Oh, that looks so good. Can you see any sort of colour change like on this wing here? I don't know what it's going to pick up, but I think you can see a little bit of it, can you? Just where it's sort of shimmering in the light there. Now, if you wanted to, you could, look at that little ear flap there. How cool's that? Hey, if you wanted to, you could go in and paint that eye with your black marker. I'm not going to. I think that a black would just be a bit much. Maybe a bit of copper would match nicely. But there's a close-up of her face. I'll turn it around so that you can see. And that's the other side. She's a pretty dragon, isn't she? And then she's got this little hook on the tip of her nose as well. I don't know if you can see that. Lots of detail. We've got scales here. There's the other horn there. And then the sides have got a detail on them as well. So pretty. Very happy with it. Except it probably could have been a little bit pinker. But apart from that, right, let's get you down. Get off my step. Let's pop it down here and see if I can pick up any more sort of changes with that light as I move around. So yeah, this mold is available in my eBay Australia store at the moment, and don't worry about the tariffs. I pay them if you're in the US. I have to pay the tariffs before your parcel actually leaves Australia, and then when it gets there, there's no tariff charge for you. So yay for you. Boo for me. No, it's fine. I'll look after you. It will be in my US Amazon store maybe in another week. I thought it would be here by now, but the stock's taking for ages, so it'll be a little bit longer. Not too long with any luck, but yeah, grab yourself one from the eBay store before they sell out. Oh, look at that. I can see a sparkle of colour there on the edges, on that wing. Oh, there it is. Look at that. I'm just trying to show you what I can see. It's difficult for me to show you on camera, but you can see that sort of pink interference there against the white. Now, if you did black background, you get a totally different look as well. So there you go. All right, love her. Let me know what you think of her. And yep, I'm going to do more. Of course I'm going to do more. I'll see you all again for the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.